up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the nitty rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts,
and that's facts though. I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the nitty rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Heart of the mystics, parted for biscuits. Father to isfits, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, stay in the park. Acres or acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts. Okay.
Sir, yes indeed, yes indeed. That right is peace and check. Check. Hear me? Cause this shit right here is acting a fucking fool. Can y'all hear me? Let me know how the sound is. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Peace and love to the family. Nah, it's something with the wire. Yeah, it's usually the cord. It's definitely the wire. There's a short in the motherfucking wire, bro. You can hear me? All right, cool.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me good? Yeah, that part.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How do I sound? Talk black to me. Okay, that part.
Should be tripping, y'all. But anyway, peace, love, and light to the family. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Tuesdays. We are back in the building. We didn't broadcast last night, obviously, but we're here now. So peace, love, and light to the family. Let's go ahead and do the roll call and see who's in the building, and then we'll get started. All right, love and light. Okay, we in the whip right now, so yeah. Got lost in the bark. Facts. All right. Yes. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Happy Tuesday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, we are here. All right. We are in the building. Mic check. Mic motherfucking check. Yeah, we're here. That part. Houston in the building. Shout out to Houston, Texas, man. Y'all always are here for me. Y'all in the Carolinas, man. Shout out. Whenever we go to Houston, it should be motherfucking standing room only because Houston be deep. All right. San Fran in the building. Shout out to San Francisco. Rome in this motherfucker. All right. What up, Rome? Shout out to the God Bodies. Shout out to everybody that came out this strong into King Simon's event with Baba Ajra Kwesi. that right there was a beautiful event. You know what I mean? Shout out to Baba Ajra Kwesi. Shout out to King Simon. Shout out to everybody that came to Stone Island. That was definitely it was a great event. It was a great event, man. I had a great time there. A lot of support, a lot of love, a lot of people from out of town, and everything went beautiful. Sanford, Florida, in the building. You dig? Boston in the building. All right. 7 Mile, Detroit. Charlotte in the building. All right. Yeah. Southside, Jamaica, Queens. Philly up in this thing. Denver in this thing. Tulsa in the thing. King Simon is up in this thing. Shout out to King Simon. Birmingham Veg up in this. Midwest up in this thing. The UK Birmingham. Hold on. Back to back. We got Birmingham Veg, Alabama. Then we got Birmingham Veg, UK. All right. Shout out to all of the Birmingham Veggies in the building. Dominica in the building. Peace to Dominica. Omaha. All right. It was really good. Nebraska. Yeah. All right. It was really good. Midwest was popping. Atlanta to Albany, Houston. Okay. Salute. NYC, North Oakland, Bama. Shout out to Bama. Up in the spine. You dig? Southern Mass. Okay. Southern Mass up in this thing. The BX. BX. Just spoke to Professor Smalls. Yeah, let's run that spot up in Stone Mountain. That could be the, you know what I mean? That could be the preliminary run through, you know what I'm saying? Until we start going to bigger venues, but that's a nice spot right there. It has a good energy to it. And it's a great place for the master teachers to come and lay down their information. We just got to make sure that the projector and everything, the HDMI cord, everything reads correctly, and we good. You know what I mean? Bama need you. Yeah, I met some people from Alabama recently, man. Yeah, UK in it. Yeah, I'm talking about UK in it. Yeah, I talked to some people in Alabama. I would definitely love to do something in Alabama. I would love to bring a conversation dealing with, the Facts Initiative to Alabama, considering that there are, a lot of melanated people that live out there. And I'm assuming that there's a lot of landowners and whatnot. So we can have a well-needed conversation about what to do to monetize the land and to do some other things, facts orientated, food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. I do got some good news for my Carolina family. We will be in your town. We will be in your area. Today's the first day I'm making this announcement, but we will be in your side of town for the weekend of what they call Thanksgiving. Now, we don't rock with Thanksgiving, none whatsoever. We don't fuck with that energy right there. But we're going to be bringing the Facts Initiative to North Carolina, Charlotte to be exact. And we're going to be having a special dinner the night of Thanksgiving. We're not going to call it Thanksgiving. You know what I'm talking about? We're not calling it Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? We're going to call it something else. And instead of Black Friday, we're doing Facts Friday. Instead of Black Friday, we're doing Facts Friday. Now, I'm looking for a few good people.
Right? I'm looking for a few good people. First and foremost, I'm going to be
looking for some people that are very trustworthy in terms of marketing and promotion. I'm looking for videographers. I'm looking for social media influencers that live in the Carolinas. And I'm also looking for videographer/photographer. And I'm also looking for some brothers and sisters that are from that area who do marketing and promotions and whatnot, because we need boots on the ground. We need some people to spread the word. So if that's you,
thought I was feeling you? Nah, if that's you, holla at your peoples.
You know what I'm talking about? That part. I'm talking about.
yeah, hit me up. Let me leave my information. I will have more of a more of a campaign that we'll be marketed and whatnot. But being that this is Know the Ledge and Melanin Monday with the KT Aliens, I gotta let y'all know before I let anybody else know. If you're a vendor and you want to be a part of Facts Friday, please hit me on the email as well. I'm gonna put my email up there right now, and y'all can send me some information. First come, first serve, of course. And yeah, that's how we doing it. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to the influencers from North Carolina, we're gonna make it special for the influencer. We're gonna have you host our event, so you get that shine and whatnot, and you get to do your thing and whatnot. It doesn't matter, both man or woman, and you know what I'm saying? We ain't caught up in all of that retarded shit. We just want somebody who's effective. You know what I'm talking about? So if that speaks to you, then let's do something. Let's do some work. When we come into the town, Comedic Eye Films, what's really good, when we come to your city, the idea is to empower the people that are in that city that we go to, right? So when we pop up in the city, we want to highlight the vendors in that city. We want to highlight the movers and shakers in that city. We want to highlight all of the businesses that are in that city that are doing things built around events and whatnot. So if you're an event planner, you could even reach out and whatnot, and we could have a conversation. But I'm definitely looking for movers and shakers, marketing and promoters, and I'm looking for the vendors and whatnot. You feel me? Anybody that has any ideas, just hit me on the email. That's the best way to get in touch. And I'll send it to my team and we'll schedule a meeting and whatnot. You smell me? But that's how we moving and whatnot. That's how we are going to be doing this. So shout out to the Carolinas. And we will be out there for about 3 or 4 days. We have a lot of events lined up. We're going to be doing some things, y'all. We're going to be doing some things up in that area. So put that on the wire and let your peoples know. Let the people know the flyers will be up by the end of this week. The latest, the earlier of next week. But we're coming to your town very, very soon. That's right around the corner. You smell me? That is definitely right around the corner. Yeah, man, that part, man. Black Friday, Facts Friday instead of Black Friday, Facts Friday. And we're going to be doing a special dinner on the day of Thanksgiving, especially for those who don't have family members to celebrate with, or you just don't fuck with that shit Thanksgiving, all around. I'm sacrificing being around family and whatnot because I don't fuck with the Thanksgiving, but the tradition is I still be going to my peoples and whatnot. I've been doing that forever. But there comes a time where we just got to break that shit and we got to stand on our own and do what we need to do. You smell me? Yeah, we in the Maybach today, man. We doing it real big in the Maybach and the Maybaching.
Yeah, we in a Maybach, baby. I'm from Mac. Thought I was feeling you? Yeah, we in a Maybach. Yeah, that part. St. Louis in a building. I'm talking about St. Louis. Yeah, what's happening, St. Louis? Yeah, that part. Yeah. Skirt.
Yeah. So yeah, man, what's going on in the news and shit? Yeah, Milwaukee, CT up in this third. Yeah, wait. How you pronounce that? How you pronounce that? I don't want to fuck that up. How you pronounce that? Spell that shit out for me. No tomorrow. Spell it out.
Spell it out. Yeah. So yeah, that's the scary voice. It ain't even dark outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that when I do my midnight show. We're gonna do a whole show where I'm on my scary voice, talking crazy and shit. You know what's going on in the news? Will you be going to Tariq Nasheed's reparations to support? No, that's the weekend of my son's birthday, so I'll be in New York for that. So, but good luck with all of that. Detroit, Michigan. All right, shout out to Detroit in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to Detroit in the
building. Yeah, that part. We're gonna be doing full shows in our voices. You know what I mean? So you get used to this shit. You know what I mean? It's for the babies. It's for the babies. You know what I mean? It's for the babies. Shout out to all of the babies in the building. What's poppin'? It's your big brother, Red Pill, up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Babies, y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Y'all understand. Yeah, that part. Yeah, talk back to me.
Nah, but for real though, that's the best one. Yeah, that is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me go into chicken head mode. I'm gonna start going off. Spartansburg. Shout out to Spartansburg in the building. Yes, sir. Spartansburg in the building. I want to have a real conversation. You know, I don't really like touching on too many things that are in the mainstream media and whatnot. But there's a story that has piqued my interest because I'm a father. And I'm a father who isn't always around all of his children. You know what I'm saying? I got 3, right? And my son decided that he wants to stay in New York, right? And as you know, I'm in Atlanta, so we're not together all the time. And you know, I'm being transparent with y'all as a father. I don't have nothing to hide and whatnot. That's something that is very heavy on my heart. You know, New York City is not the most safe place to be these days. He is 14 years old. He's in that age bracket where, you know, he's in his puberty phase. He's feeling himself, you know what I mean? He's into you know, he's into all things teenagers are into. So I saw a story that was gaining a little bit of traction and whatnot, and it was dealing with 50 Cent and his son Marquise, right? How many people are familiar with the story that's going on? And not just the story, but the talking points that are coming from the story. This man has a son who he has a strained relationship with because of the implosion of the co-parenting, right? The mother and the father don't get along. So as a result of the mother and the father not getting along, the child has to suffer, right? Now, I've heard people tell me in some occasions, even in my relationship, like, yo, don't stick around just for the child. There's like, if you're in a relationship and shit ain't working out, get the fuck out of here. Don't stick around for the child. I'm like, that's some insensitive shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really felt that type of advice. It never resonated with me. And I was just like looking at whoever shared that advice with me with a super side eye. Like, you know, you must not have no children to say stupid shit like that because, you know, I don't give a fuck what's going on. You know, you always got to factor in the child, bro. Like, I don't, you know, that's bad advice. If you want to really be honest about, you know, that's horrible advice. You know what I'm saying? Because you step out and you leave the child behind without even trying to work things out in a relationship, and everybody suffers, bro. Everybody suffers, bro. The child suffers. The fathers, don't ever think 1 minute, mothers, fathers, people without children, don't think that a real man, a real father, I don't give a fuck if he gets with Beyonce after he breaks up with the person that he's with, or if he finds his Hotep queen and you know, and they ride off into the sunsets of Kemet. If he loves his child, he's gonna fucking hurt, bro. He's gonna feel lack, bro. There's gonna be a feeling inside of him where even his ancestors that are flowing in his bloodstream, it's gonna tell you like, fucked up, bro. You need to double back on that. You know what I mean? You didn't make the right choice. You chasing your penis, or you chasing sensations, or you chasing your ego. Or some people is chasing the motherfucking Jones and whatnot. That's not it. But I'm not gonna get on this platform and get all preachy and shit like that, right? If it's an abusive relationship where it is physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, that's an exception, right? You know, yes, the child should not be exposed to shit like that. I'm not talking about that in particular. I'm talking about situations that are just not working out, like a lot of relationships that I'm hearing about these days. A lot of people are going through some shit. A lot of people are struggling to stay happy, right? And we just got to focus on these children real quick. So this young man who's not, you know, I don't know how old Marquise is, right? But if I grew up watching 50 Cent blow up when he came out after he almost got murdered, right? We were rooting for Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, because nobody, you know, he had the ultimate underdog story, right? That people could relate to, right? You know, you were David and Goliath. He had a David and Goliath story, right? He was going up against the powers that be, drug dealers, right? Legends, Supreme Team. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas was ringing bells when I was a baby. You know, he's 26 years old, and that makes it even sadder. I thought his son was younger than that. You know what I'm saying? He's 26. Okay, we watched that young man grow up, right? So those of us who were following 50 Cent ever since Get Rich or Die Trying, he brought that little nigga out on stage with a vest on back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And we watched 50 Cent shit on his son for 20 some odd years and whatnot. And, you know, some of us didn't say nothing, but for those of us who understood the type of trauma that this young man was going through without having his dad in his life, and his dad was alive. His dad survived a murder attempt by a man that I know. You know what I mean? I knew the dude who pulled the trigger on him. Rest in peace to Hamo. You know what I'm saying? I knew that man. That was a good man. You know, that was a good man who also had a family. He just went ahead and, you know, he was a hitman. So that was the life that he chose. But now at 26, right, this young man is crying out to his dad on social media. And he's getting clowned for it. People are, you know, saying a lot of foul things to this young man, right? This young man who, in my humble opinion, he's stifled. His growth is stifled. His growth is stunted. He doesn't appear to me as a 26-year-old. I thought the nigga was like 19 or something. You feel me? He's crying out for his father's attention. There was a lot of things that conspired in the past few days, but today was the day that he put out a tweet to set it all. So we could go beyond speculation and whatnot. And I'm bringing this up because there's some fathers out there that need to hear this, right? And I'm not trying to be preachy and whatnot. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox and give you this type of preachy thing, because as a father, all right, and I could say this as a father, if a genie were to pop out of a bottle right now and give me 3 wishes, right? The first wish, without any hesitation, would be put me on an island with my children and their mothers and whatnot. Put me on an island, a tropical island with all of the amenities and whatnot, and I just want my children around me. That's all. I'm not going to ask for much. And I say that to say that I'm sure that there's many fathers out there who may not have all of their children underneath one roof and whatnot. And if given the opportunity, that's the shit that they would want in their lives. That's what they would ask for. You know what I mean? I don't know about if everybody would want their baby mamas to be right there with them, but that's neither here nor there. Like, that's, you know, that's whatever. But fathers be wanting their children, bro. Fathers be wanting their children, bro. Real fathers, they want their motherfucking children, bro. They want them around them at all times. So going back to the situation that I'm witnessing and whatnot, and I feel like it has good talking points, and I'm not trying to meddle in nobody's private affairs. However, it's not private anymore because it's on social media for the world to judge. This man, Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, owes it to his younger son, his firstborn, his motherfucking child, bro. This child bears a resemblance to this man, unlike any child that he has. I don't know how many children he has. I know he has a little baby. And 50 owes him nothing, not 1 penny. I'm going to block you, Big Neff. You know what I'm saying? And that's not out of disrespect and whatnot. But nah, I don't, that's an energy that I don't even fuck with. I wouldn't even want to ask you why you said that. You just going to get blocked. He doesn't owe him anything. What the fuck are you talking about? He owes him everything. He owes him everything. And let me just say something. Let me unblock this brother, man. Let me unblock this man. You know why? Because this is an open platform. And what I'm not going to finna be is a dictator. I'm not going to dictate how people could express themselves. I don't want nobody to be in fear of expressing themselves and, you know, sharing how they feel.
But fuck that. Fuck that. You come.
You need some compassion in your life. Fuck that. You niggas need some compassion in your life. We not gonna be heartless over here. We not gonna be... We not that over here. We humans. We got love in our motherfucking hearts for these babies.
There's nothing that man's son could have done to him to have him throw his fucking son away. No. That's not what we here to do. That's not conscious. That's not woke. That ain't it. We not doing that. That shit, as you can see, that's a button pusher for me. Trigger warning, my nigga. I'm triggered right now. No, we don't throw our children away. I don't give a fuck if that nigga popped up with some boobs in a fucking BBL, my nigga. You claim your children. There's nothing that a child could do to make you motherfucking turn your back on that child, bro. Are you serious? We can't let that shit fly, y'all. So my thing is this. As a man, as the bigger man, in my humble, I don't know all of the story behind this man and his son, but if y'all said that he's 26, he could get with his father without being quote unquote underneath the quote. The mother doesn't have to be a factor at 26. The mother does not have to be a factor. She don't gotta be the chaperone. She don't have to be. I'm sure at 26, he's not paying the child support like that. I would love to see that relationship mended. He owes that young man every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? The riches that he has, the motherfucking the success that he has, the access to resources. Fuck that. If you're not giving it to your son, you a piece of shit. Fuck out of here. I know he threw him away when he was a teenager. I remember that bullshit, and we let that shit fly back then. We let that shit fly back then. But seeing what this young man is going through, he owes himself. He is a man now. Right. Right. But as a father, what are you living for? When you make your child, when you plant these seeds, who the fuck are you living for? You're not living for yourself anymore. You niggas wasn't in the delivery room? You didn't see your fucking child born?
You wasn't there in the delivery room? You thought I was failing you?
Nah. He's not even a man yet. He's not a man yet. How could he be a man and his father threw him away? He needs his dad, man. Let's stop the
bullshit. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the fake tough guy shit. You know what I'm talking about? Let's stop the fake tough guy shit. You niggas want to be so tough. No. Let's talk about brain development. Let's talk about maturation. Let's talk about being able to lighten up your heart and whatnot. That young man goes to sleep every night hurting, in pain. He has to watch his father, who still is living out his motherfucking third childhood, right? In a way. He's doing grown man shit, but he's also still trapped in his motherfucking teenager years and whatnot. He's a troll. He has some immature ways about himself, but he gets to the motherfucking bag. He gets to his business, right? As a young man who bears his resemblance, not only just his last name, but he bears a striking resemblance to his father. You mean to tell me, because of discrepancies that took place over the years with the mother, that you justify the father throwing a child away? I can't get with that, y'all. And I would love for, old man Jay, 50 earned it. His son has to too. Look, man, nobody's saying that his son can't go out there and get to it and whatnot, or bust his ass and whatnot. But I'll be motherfucking damned if my father is green lighting all of these. He's putting Big Meech's son in the motherfucking role of his life. He's putting all kind of other people's sons in the roles of their life, getting them popping on network TV. You mean to tell me that he can't put his own son on? It's not about the money, bro. It's not about the money at all. That's what y'all missing and whatnot. Don't even bring up the child support, because that has nothing to do with it. Like I said, he put out a tweet today that said, I'll give my father $6,700 just to spend 24 hours with him. He wants his father, y'all. Why so insensitive? You understand? I don't give a fuck if the child is 40-something. I'm in my 40s and I need my father, bro. You understand? My father's in his 70s. I'm in my
40s and I need my dad. To this day.
This shit don't end.
It don't end. I need my mother and my father. This shit don't end. There's no limit to how the motherfucking age that I need to speak to my father. I need to speak to my mama. I need their support. Like, are you fucking serious? So how is that conscious? Tell me that, because that's a nigga mentality. If you ask me, that's an 85er mentality. That's motherfucking Black and Miles and Hennessy mentality, where you niggas is talking about, oh, the child don't deserve his father and he need to get it out the mud and all that. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck am I working hard for if I'm gonna make my child get it out the mud? No, my nigga, I'm handing my motherfucking child the keys to the kingdom. Cause I know what the fuck I had to do when I was getting it out the mud, and he's not gonna do that, and she's not gonna do that either. Are you serious? You think, what the fuck am I doing all of this for? For my child to struggle? Y'all got this shit fucked up. That's coming from a place of lack. You know what I mean? You might not have had that type of character in your life, so you want this little nigga to suffer. And I'm here to say, hell
motherfucking no. Nah. Negative, my nigga. Negative. Negatory. No way. Nah. Fuck that. Fuck that.
We ain't going for that. That's a motherfucking dub. That nigga Curtis Jackson needs to pull his motherfucking pants up and go hug his son. Get that man a motherfucking kiss on the cheeks, pause, and take him to meet his younger son and mend that relationship. That's what needs to happen. That's the way that to me, that's the textbook story ending for the situation that we see in front of us. Think about it. The child didn't, even though he's calling out for his father, there's children with their father in their life, like T.I.'s son, right? Who be doing knucklehead shit. There's children with their fathers in their life that be taking full advantage of their dad and whatnot and be doing bird ass shit. You know what I'm talking about? They got handed the motherfucking kingdom and whatnot, and they still don't know what they got. There's these celebrity children out here that are fucking nincompoops, and they out there getting arrested. They be on social media clout chasing, doing dumb shit. I haven't seen this young man do dumb shit like that, and this little nigga's 26. No. I feel that this young man should be with his father, in his father's life, not just on some old, I'm gonna string you along. I'm talking about a full embrace. They should go heal together. They should go heal together. That would be a dynamic relationship because they both need the healing. 50 Cent need the healing and his son needs the healing. And I'm just paying attention to what I'm seeing and whatnot. And I decided that I wanted to talk about that because that's some shit that affects a lot of men and women and whatnot. But there's a lot of men that I know, they would do anything and they would give anything to have their child in their life, bro. Are you serious? This shit is not a joke, bro. Y'all, here y'all go counting his money. Don't worry about what's enough for him and what's not enough for him. At the end of the day, let's not worry about that. Money don't make up for the fact that the father's not there, yo. He said he brought the money up, but it ain't about the money. And even when I heard him talking about the money, I knew that it wasn't about the money. It was about the personal relationship, bro. It was about QT, my nigga. Quality time. FaceTime the little nigga. That part. Send something for his birthday. That part. Pull up to one of his motherfucking games or his graduation. That part. Tell him that you love him so the whole world can hear it because the whole world saw you say that you threw him away. That part. If you could disrespect your blood in public, then you could clean it up as well in public. You feel me? You got to clean that up. You only get, you know what I mean? That's your seed, bro. You got to clean that up, man. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, And start for law for all of y'all that's out there trying to make this shit something that is not, man. And y'all want to shit on the whole child, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? What's going on with you? That shit hurt me, bro. I don't even know this man. And it bothered me just to see a young black man calling on his father to come and spend some time with him. You know? He wished death on his pops. Are you Curtis Jackson, old man Jay? Are you Curtis Jackson? Because you taking shit too personal. It's called that they need healing. This young man probably was infuriated with his father based off of the shit that his mama was telling him, right? Based off of some incorrect situations. Or what if his mother told him some shit that me and you don't know about that made the son say, you know what, death to my father and whatnot? Because I remember as a son having a conversation with my mother, right? A heart-to-heart conversation with my mother. I was in my 20s. And I asked my mother, I said, Mom, be very transparent with me. This is when I was feeling myself and I wasn't scared of my dad. And I was feeling like the revengeful son. And I said to her, if he ever put his hands on you, tell me right now. Like, be honest with me. Let me know why y'all didn't make it. I was ready to go and put hands on my dad. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where my mind was at. I don't know what I was smoking. I don't know what I was thinking, my nigga. You understand? But I felt like that at the moment and whatnot. You know, a son is always going to be highly protective of his mama and whatnot, to the point where we'll get physical for her. It don't matter who it's with, our father, our grandfather, our uncle. It don't matter. We'll beat our arm up if we need to. You know what I'm saying? Wait, she said, what about you? Hold on. Like, you know, sometimes you just get into that protective mode. The son been crying out for help, doing goofy shit. The son been crying out for help, doing goofy shit, trying to get his father's attention by trolling him and trying to trigger him and get under his skin and whatnot. But there's no way, Jose, that you could even convince me that this young man hates his dad. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You know? He's acting out. We don't know how he treated him behind closed doors. Yeah, we don't know. If he treated him in a way that was considered to be a crime, that nigga probably be in jail, wouldn't he? If he crossed that line and was uber abusive, then chances are the son would have snitched on him. You feel me? So at the end of the day, instead of all of us sticking our nose into these people's private affairs and whatnot, you know, they've made certain things public, which gives us the opportunity to judge, right? So anybody that's judging and whatnot, you're not wrong. You know what I mean? I tried to unblock this nigga that I blocked and whatnot, and it didn't allow me to do that. But I was trying to let him back in because nobody is wrong. You feel me? Nobody is wrong. We are all having this conversation. This is a public conversation on a public forum. Nobody is wrong. Nobody is right or wrong. You know, it is what it is. It's called, we are opinionated. We have our opinions and whatnot. And in this situation, we have the right to share our opinion. Me, you know, I already stated what my opinion was, and I stated to you, you know, how I feel about situations like that. And I even put myself in the situation personally, so you know where I'm coming from. You feel me? Some of our children will have us infuriated, but you know, I can't justify throwing a child away. I cannot do that. You know, I just can't. I'm you know, I don't know where that shit comes from, but I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be getting tight with the baby mamas. You know what I mean? To the point where veins is popping out. But why does the child have to suffer all the time? That's just a question that we ask. Why? You know? But yeah, that was a situation that was in the news that I wanted to talk about. Another situation that I want to talk about, but it has so many different moving parts to it, is the situation with your boy Kanye West and whatnot, who has been silenced by the powers that be because he went and stepped on the ant hill or the ant farm, and you know all of those ants came together and worked against him. You know what I mean? He was stepping on other people who are not unified and who do not have the type of power politically and through the media that this other group has. And when he decided that he wanted to jump on that ant farm, they quickly folded that nigga up and showed him, that we work collectively, and if you're gonna attack one, you're gonna attack all of us. Okay, so he proved a point by being what is considered to be a fall guy. He did prove a point. However, what was the purpose of that point? You know what I mean? Because you know the people that are running that ant farm that I'm talking about, they're feeding everybody that's involved. So nobody is really going to protect him, or nobody is going to stand with him, because everybody is somewhat tied in to the ant farm. You know what I mean? In so many ways, they're keeping motherfuckers lights on, they're putting food in niggas' mouths, and they're running shit. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but that's what it is, until niggas decide to wiggle themselves out from underneath the control of these people. You know, it's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be a sorry fucking day, and shit like that. You know. But yeah, man, for people that are out there with that pain and that they're carrying based off of this situation with these children, man, I wish everybody resolve. That's the best word that I can use, is resolve. I wish everybody resolve. I wish everybody, some sort of solstice, some sort of serenity. I wish everybody, some type of solutions. You dig? That part. Because you deserve it, You deserve it. People that's going, I know what that pain feels like, man. People that's going through that pain, I'm not here to judge y'all, nor am I even here to smudge y'all. You know what I mean? The best thing that I could wish for you is a positive outcome in whatever situation that you're in, and your seed or your child or your children get back in your life in a good way. Because they need you. You feel me? They need you bad, And I'm saying that to myself as well. You feel me? Like I said, I'm not being preachy and whatnot. I'm just being responsible. Them children need us. Big time. This whole strong end reminded me of that. My first event that I did was the Woke Fest. Shout out to everybody that participated in the Woke Fest. I saw my good brother Crumb TV. Shout out to Crumb. Shout out to the Minister of Information. They laid it down. You know what I mean? Shout out to the young God producer, prod producer. You know what I'm saying? He was there. He was lit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dallas. He hails from Dallas. There was a few people there too that did their thing and whatnot. But overall, the highlight of the event was when the sister who put the event together, Mama Sauce, Sabrina, she brought her whole family up, right? She brought her grandmother, she brought her mama, she brought her father, right? He had a segment, right? well, he was one of the highlights of the whole event because he got up there, proud black man, strong black man, and he talked about how he protected his whole family from the Jabberwocky. You know what I'm talking about? The Jabberwocky, right? And he said that, you know, and just the way that he was delivering his message and whatnot, it just gave it lightened up my heart, because here it is, a grown man, right, who has a daughter, has children, has sons, grandchildren, and all of that. You know, it's very rare that I see the you know, the father figure, you know, standing up for his family, and the family is right there. And you know, it was a good sight to see and a good message to hear and whatnot. And it just reiterated the power of the family when they're together, right? And then the sister got up there and she gifted her family, you know, with some NFTs and also some t-shirts that had elder council on the back of it. And, you know, she just paid homage to her family unit, which she considered to be her first tribe. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tribe, the family. Before you start talking about tribe outside of your family unit, you know, your family unit is the first tribe. You know what I'm talking about? That's where it starts. That's your foundation, is the family, you know. And that message was ringing real true. It just stayed ringing. It just stayed with me. Then the next day, we had the lecture with Ajra Kwesi where King Simon was hosting, and Baba Ajra brought his daughter up, right? And his daughter opened up for him. And you know, she led us in a you know, like a slight prayer, or you know, a tribute to the ancestors. It wasn't like a prayer or nothing, but you know, it was you know, basically paying homage to the ancestors and opening up the way and whatnot. And that was a lighthearted moment, just to see, you know, Baba, who's been putting it down for 41 years and whatnot, to see how his children are holding it down and whatnot, and how he's positively influenced them to do what they're doing in their endeavors and things of that nature. And I was pleasantly pleased, you know what I mean? Once again, I was just like, you know, the power of the family, you know what I mean? The power of the family. You feel me? Like it says a lot. We don't get to see that a lot. You know what I mean? We don't get to see that. We don't, that's not celebrated a lot. And just, you know, not only in our community, but just all around. Like the black father, the black man as the father, you know, that's one of the most rarest things. That's one of the most endangered species that we have currently going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, they're more rarer than spotted leopards and shit like that. You know, a functioning family unit with a father, man, black father, good luck. So that's what I was witnessing, you know, outside of other things, of course. You know what I'm saying? I definitely saw a lot of other things. There was a whole lot of shit going on. But those are the things that stood out to me, you know what I mean, when I walked away from it. And I also listened to a show on Brother Rich's channel where our good brother Ross Ben was presenting some powerful information and whatnot. On the way, while I was driving to Sunday's event, I was catching up on the broadcast. And condolences to my good brother Ross Ben and his family. He just lost one of his sons, right? I'm not sure if I mentioned that on this show a few months ago, but our good check. Yeah, the good brother is KTL University alumni. We've been working with Ross Ben ever since Blog Talk Radio days. So I just definitely want to send condolences and love and light to this good brother and his family and whatnot. So, you know, just gotta cherish, man. We just gotta put things into context and get back to cherishing, you know, this family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. You know, it's very important. And I really don't mean to be all somber and stuff like that, but you feel me? These are some of the things that need to just be addressed, and I feel like sharing it. My heart just compels me to share it, so I will. You know, sometimes people, you know, they overlook the fact that some of us going through some real shit, bro. You know, outside of all of this YouTube shit, real life is taking place in all of our lives. You know what I mean? I could say that knowingly, like everybody's going through something that's testing their faith and whatnot. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of people are going through shit internally, externally, you know, with parents, friends, lovers, shit like that, ops. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of pieces moving. We just came out of an Aries moon, but prior to that, we just came out of a retrograde. That retrograde was serious, bro. That was a serious retrograde that we just went through the past few months, bro. That shit was not a joke, you know? So for everybody that came out, you know what I'm saying, that shit, you know, with some bumps and some bruises, but you healed up, salute to you. Salute to you and yours. I will that it made you stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing that it made you stronger and it put you more on point and whatnot. Me and Brother Rich just had a show on Thursday talking about the algorithm of spirit cooking. And you know, I think we need to do a part 2 because we didn't really even go that deep. You know what I mean? Like he was asking some great questions and we were touching on some things, but there was some room. We could have, you know what I mean? We could have flexed a little more information and whatnot, in my humble opinion, because you know that's a deep topic. You know, the shit that people are going through social media. You know, the addiction to these devices and what it's doing to people, the algorithm, and you know the Facebook, the IG, the Snapchat, the TikTok algorithm. You know how that shit is shaping people's reality and how it's jump starting and expediting depression, anxiety, stress related situations and shit like that. The echo chamber that we get put into. I started unfollowing a gang of people today because at the end of the day, you know, my Instagram feed is depressing me. You know what I mean? It's not feeding me. It's not uplifting me. It's too redundant. The shit is drawing me down, and it's almost like I can't put my phone down. You know? It's like I can't put that shit down. So we need to have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? We need to have them conversations, man. You know? Because people want to talk about, and shout out to the brother who brought up the thing about the people in Antarctica and all of that part. You know what? I take back all of the vitriol. I was going in on the brother and whatnot. If that's your shit, my nigga, then so be it, man. You know, if you want to focus on the people in Antarctica on the other side of the wall, if that's the shit that piques your interest, if you want to know what they eating on Andromeda, my nigga, if that's how you cope, that's your coping mechanism, then you do your thing, man. I'm not here to chastise you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't here to chastise you, man. We all deal with this shit the way that you know what I mean? Everybody deals with this reality that we're in, this holographic universe. Like nothing is real in this holographic world. It's whatever the fuck you say is real is real. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world where all is mental, bro. If that's what you believe in, if that's what you see, that's what it is. Because real talk, that's really what this shit is. It's whatever you say it is. Because when you get on the plant-based medicines, you see all that shit. You know what I mean? When you tap into the plant-based medicines, my nigga, you see everything that you believe in. You know what I'm talking about? So do your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I won't get in the way of anybody's fantasies. But I would say this, and I keep on saying this. You know, I'm a creative person So I say to those out there with the big imaginations, right? Why not tap into the fantasy industry? I just saw some videos from Comic-Con in New York this weekend. It was lit. You deserve to have characters at Comic-Con. You deserve to have a book at Comic-Con. You deserve to have a video game with your characters. You deserve to have a script written with those stories that you be saying where people be like, oh, that's crazy and whatnot. It ain't crazy when you put a motherfucking some ink to that shit and you start coloring the motherfucking lines and whatnot. It ain't crazy then. Make your comic book. Make your video game, because remember, you can make the script for the video game and sell that the same way that they sell movie scripts and whatnot. Make your characters, create your toys. You could create toys with 3D printing machines. You do not need to go to Japan to make a motherfucking anime toy. You can make that shit at the maker space. You feel me? Make your toys. Bring all of these characters that are in your head into 2D reality and whatnot and monetize it. That's my message. If there's people on the other side of Antarctica, why don't you write the story? Why don't you write the story? You know, you could fare better with that. And then you'll go into places where you could speak on shit that people will call you weird, or they would be, they would turn, they'll turn their backs on you. You want to be in your niche. You know what your niche means? Your niche means places where people are going to accept you, right? Find your motherfucking niche and state your claim inside of that niche. Plant your flag. Plant your flag, my nigga. Plant your flag. Hold on.
Plant your flag, my nigga. Plant it. Plant your motherfucking. Listen, that part. Yeah, plant your flag, my nigga. That's all you. That's your lane. Yeah. Stay in your motherfucking lane. That's your lane, nigga. Take that shit over. That part. Niggas can't tell you nothing when you in your lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't tell you a goddamn thing. To this day, that part, yeah. That shit. I wish I would, nigga. I wish I would. Yeah, that part.
So yeah, man, But that I say all of that to say this. If you out there and you have a business, or you have an idea, or you have a concept, or you have these goals, you should be here on Thursday, right? This is going to be one of the last classes. I might do one more for the year and whatnot, but this is going to be one of the last classes that I'll be doing, me personally, on KTL University before the ending of the fiscal year going into 2023. Conscious Industry 2022, holistic entrepreneurship, right? We're providing solutions to grow your brand and your business assets. That's going to be on this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on KTLUniversity.com. You dig? Only on KTLUniversity.com. I'll show you the steps that it can take to take an idea from your mind and to bring it into the real world. These are concepts that I speak about when I do consultations and whatnot, and I charge $200 an hour to talk to people about these ideas. I'll be delivering that to the students, to my KTL University students, my KT aliens, because of the simple fact that we're going into the holiday seasons, whether you practice Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, or whatever you can think of and whatnot. This is the time to begin to monetize your gifts and your talents and whatnot. I'm not going to drown y'all with the fear campaign that they're talking about with the money systems and the dollars and the recession and all of that shit that they be talking about every other day that really don't mean much if you don't pay it too much attention. But shit is really, things are changing. Let's just say that the Great Reset is resetting a lot of economic markets and whatnot. And shit rolls downhill. You know what I mean? And a lot of jobs are laying people off. You know what I mean? The great resignation is taking place. People are quiet quitting and shit like that. The cost of living is rising and whatnot. The recession or inflation is real. So those of us that are like wanting to work for ourselves now, or those of us that want to kind of like increase our income streams because bills may be a little hard on us, I'm going to be doing this class to assist brothers and sisters with some information that can assist, that can help them in their quote unquote businesses and whatnot. Holistic entrepreneurship, meaning that if you have a business that falls within the quote unquote, it falls within the quote unquote, the sectors or the industries that consciousness exists within, health care, skin care, right? You know, shout out to all of the people that send me shea butter and shit like that. Jewelry, right? The whole lifestyle, you know, the jewels and whatnot, the jewels, you know, shout out to Uncle Henky for this one right here. The apparel, the clothing and shit like that, like all of these things that I'm speaking of, holistic entrepreneurship. We're not necessarily going to talk about security hiring and things of that nature. We're gonna focus more so on holistic entrepreneurship, right? Holistic entrepreneurship. So I'm actually talking to all 277 of y'all because I'm sure that there's something holistically, right? Entrepreneur wise, there's something holistically that you want to do. There's a skill set that you already have. There's a talent and there's a gift that you already have. You don't have to look far. You already got it. Don't worry about where you live. Don't worry about if you live in a city where nobody is conscious. You know, I'll show you how this quote unquote economic, this digital economy can save you from the mundaneness of living in a place where you don't have an audience or you don't have a market and whatnot. Create your own marketplace. You'd be surprised how much you can enterprise off of being a pioneer of bringing consciousness to your town or your city or your state. There's enough people out here with positive quote unquote success stories that they will destroy any type of negative feelings that you have, or it can open up your eyes. It will open up your eyes. I promise you. You feel me? So yeah, man, tap in. KTLUniversity.com is where you can get your tickets. It's also available right in the description below you in the link and whatnot. Let me see. I'll drop the link in the chat right now for y'all if you just want to click on that. Shout out to the mods that are not here tonight. It's all good because we started this early and shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom, there you go. KTL University, Holistic Entrepreneurship is in the chat room. Once again, you know, going back to the conversation that we were having earlier about the deadbeat dads and the children that want their fathers in their lives, you know, I always have to utilize a disclaimer. The address for the Royal Chamber, thank you for bringing that up. That's 49 Bennett Street. Royal Chamber is open tonight. I'm headed there as soon as I get off of this. We have Taco Tuesdays, and that's 2 tacos for the price of 1. I'm talking about Taco Tuesdays. We got Wellness Wednesdays. We got Throat Chakra Thursdays. We also have Financial Fridays. We got Soul Food Sundays. Like we
getting busy over there. We working.
My nigga, we working.
Yeah, that part. We working. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part. Niggas is working. Yeah, so with that being said, my niggas, pull up to the Royal Chamber if you in Atlanta, the AT motherfucking L. Come and get your hookah on. Come and eat some oyster taco, motherfucker, oyster mushroom tacos, that part. You know what I'm saying? Come and listen to some good music. That part. And come and drink some mocktails. Yeah, that shit is lit. Yeah, the mocktails that have you really feeling yourself. I'm feeling myself. That part, yeah. So, I'm out. Yeah, I'm about to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We had fun. About an hour and shit. Yeah, I'm about to get the fuck. I'm about to pull off in the Maybach. That part, you know what I mean? Driver, take me to the Royal Chamber. That, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we'll get up. Like I said, Thursday is class. So there's no third eye Thursdays. We just gonna be in class learning and shit, 7 p.m. We will film it. It will be available afterwards for you niggas to see on demand. But yeah, Love and Light. Yeah, the Alvin and Chipmunks Christmas album. Yeah, that, yeah, talk black to me. But yeah, we're gonna end this. We're gonna throw the fact song on, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
So my people got out the streets, yeah, we dodging the
the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, till in the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a refloater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only part we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, till in the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Okay, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we are the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, okay.